Hello and welcome back to my Lego city. In this video, I'm going to be taking us back over there. So for the sake of context, we'll just do a little thing like this. So this is that center lane that I opened up recently. You know, you got the industrial zone over here, the downtown area over there, but all the way down at this end, the thing that folks often refer to as a mountain has something special inside of it. It's one of the things that I like most in this city and that many of you like most. So I've shown it before, but I'm going to show it again. And no, I'm not talking about the Planetary Defense Force base, which is something that will be done at some point in the future, and I will like quite a lot, but no, there's not much done with that. Well, actually, almost nothing done with that. Now, I'm talking about what's underneath. Well, not all the way underneath, but just in between. The aquarium. Yeah, this space. This was a whole thing. I did most of the work on this live in live streams. Some of it was on YouTube, a lot of it was through Patreon at the time. I think maybe a little bit of it was done on Twitch, but most of it I think was done in smaller group sessions where I could be more comfortable. But I personally like this because, well, for a number of reasons. First of all, I think that aquariums look beautiful. I've been definitely very inspired by some, that I've either seen in person or seen pictures of. They're just beautiful scenes, especially tropical stuff where you're able to see lots of color, lots of coral, lots of sponges, lots of colorful animals of all sorts down there. And so it was very important for me to dedicate some space to that. That's why when I did my original zoo, I had a fairly decent sized one. I mean, relatively speaking, took up a good bit of the real estate of the zoo itself. And then for the redesign of my zoo, I wanted to have something even bigger, which I've created here, and I'm pretty happy with that. I went through a whole bunch of different iterations of how to set this up, specifically, well, especially how to do the windows, because I wanted it to be really, really welcoming and open for not only minifigures, but us huge figures to be able to see these scenes. In the comments, if you would like to, please feel free to point out any little Easter eggs or interesting part usages that you might see, interesting, anything that's from a licensed theme or an unlicensed theme, reused things. I'm having a little bit of trouble just seeing. I really had to get the camera way in there. I think this is lined up okay. But there's a lot of stuff. There's a whole lot of stuff. I wanted to have as much variety in here as reasonably possible. Obviously, it's fairly dense and fairly filled up, so I'm not able to put a bunch more stuff in here. If anybody has any questions about why didn't I include the X, it's because either I didn't have X didn't exist, or I didn't have the X when this was made, or I didn't feel or don't feel like there's enough space to reasonably put it. So this is set up the way that I want it. For now, will I ever change it? Surely. Surely. This is Lego. Of course I'll change it eventually. But for now, I'm really happy with it. I wouldn't want to put a lot more in here. At some point I might just add something else, just something small that really, really speaks to me. I can't do without. Oh yeah, I actually recently found a couple of Bionicle things that I had forgotten about, projectile things that I want to add in here in a couple spots. But yeah, this just makes me happy. The whole thing. You've got even the sparkly little floor here kind of goes with it. I did a bunch of work with the lighting to make the lighting work. There are actually multiple zones of lighting so that the minifigures don't look super blue, but then on the inside it starts to there's a transition zone and then there's a background zone as well. And there's just some paper in the background as well to give you kind of that infinity kind of feeling behind there. So it feels like it's bigger than it really is. But yeah, that's it for now for the aquarium. The way that I've set things up as viewed from the outside, this obviously needs to be filled in, but maybe if I bring around over here, you can see a little bit better the context. Just have a kind of a window, a viewing area that's cut into the terrain here. And the idea is that this would be concrete, so we've sliced right through the concrete of the train tunnel. Trains normally would not be able to see straight in there, but we need to be able to see straight in there. So I've just left it open for now. This is the inside of the concrete of the tunnel, and then the inside of the space that's been carved out for this. And then this is area for a zoo train to come past, just the little road-based ones. If I come over here, something like, sorry about that, something like this. More specifically like that. I've tried a couple different designs. That's the better design, but stuff like that will be able to come through here. They won't literally come through here. You know, it's not powered, but I can pose them being there to show that the zoo tours go through the aquarium. And then looking at it from the outside, this is where the train line goes through. It's the largest main train line that goes around the industrial area. And now, thankfully, has the ability to ultimately connect to the downtown area optionally, but most of the time we'll just go around this side of the table. And then I need to fill in details here as well. Give it a little sign, something kind of cartoony, something welcoming, something colorful to let folks know who are just walking around, you know, taking a tour of the zoo on the ground, the minifigs I'm talking about, of course, that fish and stuff is that way. So it needs something other than just that bluish glow to kind of entice them and to give that information about what is there. So work will continue, but I wanted to share that because it's a good thing and I like it, and I personally can't look at it too much, by which I mean I can keep looking at it and keep looking at it, and I'll never get tired of it because I just like the stuff. I'm very fortunate that I was able to actually do something that I enjoy to that degree, because typically, you know, we are our own worst critics, but this actually worked out, which is great. So I'll keep looking at it, and you can keep looking at it if you want, rewatching the video, but I will keep working on more stuff and talk to you soon. Thanks for watching.